Over the last 24 years, Starbucks has opened 6,000 stores in China. For reference, Burger King has opened 1,582 stores, and McDonald's has opened 5,000. There's a Starbucks at the Great Wall. In a country that is focused mainly on tea and milk tea for the last 24 years, Starbucks has just been sitting back comfortably at the top. Then in 2017, entrepreneur Luckin Coffee sets out to completely change the Chinese coffee market. Before then, other coffee sellers had popped up in China, including Cotti Coffee and Pacific Coffee, trying to mimic the Starbucks model, but none of these companies had taken advantage of the modern Chinese consumer. Luckin Coffee wanted to take advantage of China's ability to do extremely high volume at extremely low cost. They took advantage of China's rapid digitalization to encourage Chinese users to save even more through coupon sharing group chats. They chose strategic locations for cheap rent while remaining convenient for users to order online for pickup or delivery. But smartest of all, they took advantage of the entrepreneurial, money-making spirit of the Chinese people, convincing them to franchise store after 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 store. Haven't I made this joke before? In 2018, Starbucks partnered with Ele.me, a food delivery company, Hema, a grocery store, Taobao, an online marketplace, and Alipay, an online payment service owned by Alibaba, whose stock has lost me a lot of money, to significantly elevate the Starbucks experience for Chinese customers with the goal of expanding their services to 30 cities and more than 2,000 stores by the end of 2018. They had Hema, the grocery store, make Starbucks delivery kitchens specifically designed for Starbucks delivery order fulfillment. They created a virtual Starbucks store that would integrate multiple platforms across the Starbucks and Alibaba ecosystems to enable a seamless and even more personalized experience for members to register, redeem benefits, and enjoy an extensive range of services. You ever heard of it?
No.
In May of 2019, Starbucks launched Starbucks Now TM, a mobile order and pay technology, a little late, to offer customers convenience and speed. Meanwhile, Luckin Coffee opened 4,500 stores in a year. That's 500 less than McDonald's has opened total in China. So while Starbucks continued to show Chinese people the Western coffee shop experience, swiping up prime real estate locations in all the most popular areas, Luckin Coffee continued to sneak into the little corner stands and office building lobbies. Then 2020 happened. As China completely shut down, businesses began to struggle, only Luckin Coffee had a trick up its sleeve. When food and drink places became delivery only, Starbucks, with its fancy locations and show-offable brand, had nothing to offer. Why pay $4.50 for a cup of coffee when you can't show anyone you're drinking it? You can't sit in the fancy chairs and write your novel. Meanwhile, Luckin Coffee continued to thrive, increasing its sales throughout lockdowns and tightening COVID restrictions. That is until April 2nd of 2020, when it became clear that they were fabricating 2.2 billion RMB or $310 million in sales. Oops. Luckin Coffee's stock tanked, down from a high of $50 all the way to $1 before being removed from the New York Stock Exchange. According to Bloomberg, they had failed. However, as someone living in China, all I saw was thriving Luckin Coffee stores literally everywhere. They may have been fabricating some of their sales, but there sure were still a lot of real sales going on. So that's when I started the Luckin Coffee Challenge. Going from store to store, checking out just how popular this place really was. And I liked what I saw. So I started buying up stock, and today I am now a majority shareholder. No, I'm just kidding. Then, after a couple years of legal trouble, Luckin was bought by a massive company, and the original founder, Luckin Coffee, was forced out. Eager to start his next adventure, he invested heavily in a new idea. A meal prep company called Tip of the Tongue Hero. Sounds better in Chinese. And if I'm being completely honest, it was bad. It was kind of like ordering those like orange chicken packets that you get from Trader Joe's and then make yourself at home with the sauce packets, except bad. Well, apparently Lou realized this because shortly after, the service closed, and Lou went back to the drawing board. It was on his drawing board that he saw his previous idea for a rapidly expanding, super cheap, but good-tasting coffee chain. What a good idea, he thought. I should do that again. Thus, Cotti Coffee was born. That's not how you wrap a hot dog. Delicious.
Okay. This hot dog is way too firm.
Not a good tasting hot dog. They
No.
specifically declare it as a American style hot dog. It doesn't taste like a Chinese hot dog.
They have these little like hard crunchy things that they put in the actual sausage to give it like texture, but it kind of takes away from what's supposed to be an American style hot dog.
I'm still gonna eat it.
From what I could gather, Lou recognized the flaws in his previous business plan. Having all the same connections for the supply chain and understanding the coffee market, he just decided to fix all of his mistakes on his second try. Cotti Coffee launched its first store in October of 2022. June of 2023, that's 8 months later for those who have trouble with math, they opened their 4,000th store. As of August 18th, 2023, they've surpassed McDonald's of China with over 5,000 stores. They've even opened stores in Japan, South Korea, Indonesia, and Canada? So now you have these two companies that are basically doing the exact same thing. They have similar aesthetic, they have pretty much exactly the same menu items with different special monthly drinks. They have essentially the same prices, though Cotti's doing the same thing Luckin did and starting with unbeatably low prices, and most of the stores are in the same places. So why would you have any incentive to go to Luckin over Cotti or vice versa? I asked.
因为有这个东西啊，一个小程序，它能送券，然后我已经养成了消费习惯，所以我就选它。但我知道这个比这个更便宜。
淡，有点淡，稍微有点淡，它没有瑞幸那么浓。
I had a really hard time believing this was true, so I did my own taste test.
And I am a coffee enthusiast, so
Here's number 2.
the thing is, it's kind of cheating, but I feel like number 2 was Luckin, just because it was a little bit more watered down from the extra tip. The first one had actual more flavor to it. The second one tastes almost just like watered milk.
Oh yeah, first one's Luckin, second one's Cotti. My guess. Final answer. Mom. Really? It literally happened.
This actually has more coffee flavor.
But the coffee flavor is the same shape. If they were served at the same time, I bet you would not be able to tell the difference. Luckin Coffee.
So again, I asked the same question. What incentive does one have to go to one over the other? It's absolutely going to become like when you need gas and there's a different brand on each street corner. Which do you choose? The cheaper one. Or it's going to be the first one you get to when you really need it, or the one with the shorter line if you're in a hurry. But if China stays the way it is, with a huge market of young people working at internet companies, making huge salaries with literally 3 Luckin Coffees, a Cotti Coffee, a Morse Coffee, a Manor Coffee, and then a bunch of other random coffee shops with still more opening all around them, C+ coffee, where our coffee is not very good, then it seems like there's room for both. However, if China's demographic problem of too many old people and not enough young people to replace them comes to its natural conclusion, there's going to be fewer and fewer people ready to buy 12 cups of coffee a day, and it's going to be a fight to the death for Luckin Coffee and Cotti Coffee. Or more like a fight to bankruptcy. We all know what happened when the bike share companies decided to compete for the lowest price. Oh, you don't? Go watch that video next. I don't know if I'm pointing at the right place.